Hey, morning, afternoon, scalpers. Just in time, look, because we're just scalping the Bank of England interest rates. Look at that for a beautiful buy. We're just ending our trades on the cable and on UK 100 as well. Literally, we've just done 1, 2, 3 positions there. Into sales best part of $100 there. Just on that Bank of England interest rate news. Nice little cheeky scalp there. That's a good start. Just posting that in the group. But welcome to another live stream with the Mohawk Forex team. Like I say, we've just scalped the UK 100 and cable on the Bank of England interest rates, and we'll just keep an eye on Bloomberg at the same time. Holds, yep, they're holding the interest rates. You can see pound against the dollar. I'm just posting all this into the group. What's the information on to join the VIP group and get me as your mentor and how to scalp like I do and I'll be doing the group is www.mohawkforex.com, and you join our Discord group, get access to our axe trading system which we're using here, and how to trade fundamentals is what we try and do. Today, obviously, like I say, we've just done the Bank of England, you can see on here, and next up in 25 minutes we've got the jobless claims, continuing jobless claims, initial jobless claims, an hour before the market, so pre-market, so we know what we usually do there, go the opposite way. And we've got balance of trade of goods as well, and then we'll do the open after that, go the opposite way, and that'll be it for today. So nice little stream. Obviously it's all build up to NFP, which is tomorrow. So we're just looking at Bloomberg here. Yeah, Bank of England UK growth outlook weakened on supply issues. So let's just have a quick look at the UK 100. Yeah, it's a beautiful little boost up. Let's just have a look at cable as well. We've got a buy in before that drop, and now we've got a continuation. There is your spike. Perfect. Now I look to take some more sells on cable here. This is going to push down a bit lower. About 20 odd trades today already. Use one standard lot size. Those are near minor support levels. So good. Get 5 pips. What we're looking for. 5 pips. All we look for on our 3-minute time frame. Then we're happy. Just going again on that. Get it straight here. It's a target already. Done. Nope. The 2 cells there on the cable. Go. All together. Again, using RSI as re-entry. They're just trying to get everything lined up, and it feels like a rate hike is coming. We're going to go from 0.1 to 25 basis points. That's the on the background. Finally balanced today. I think it becomes more a clear-cut decision when we get to December. Remember, also market data by then as well. The end of the furlough. Euro, obviously the euro has shot up. The euro against the pound has gone up as the pound sinks 135. Got a chance of going in again here. Let's look at UK 100. Yeah, that's maintaining push. Position on you. Right now, where 2-year yields are coming in 7 basis points to about 60 basis points, and because they've ducked this one, looking for 5 pips. They ducked December as well. You are conditioned by your experience of an individual central bank, and many people have been conditioned by a Bank of England that flirts. Yeah, and sometimes you just want to get that out. You don't wait for 5 pips. That gets me about $50 on each trade. 2 trades is how we do it. Waiting for UK 100 to pull a bit. An extra little trade on cable.
our re-entry. As soon as we see that over sold zone hit, we're in. Commission level. This on a standard lot for me is £3, about $5. So I'll make sure I clear that at least. Pushing down again. We're in profit. 36.27. Let's trade it. Stuff there. Just got another 2 there. We got 35 and 27. That's pounds. So then go about another $100 there. That's now six trades on cable.
And frankly, tightening policy until next year, until the data becomes indisputable, that we get a sort of collective tightening that really puts the brakes on a rally.
Yes, I think that's absolutely right. I think that, you know, it was interesting you were talking about the BOE and sequencing.
6 out of sim winners. Like I say, never be greedy. Pushing down, it's got a heavier support here, as you can see, as we're approaching the jobless claims. And really, interest rates for UK is about the only time I really scalp GU anymore. Just really do get a good momentum, enough to go in for one standard lot and get in. Like I say, we've got a couple $100 there in about 5 minutes. 9 minutes, so that's nice and easy. Let's have a look back on UK 100. How's that doing? Yeah, it's pushing on up. It's heavy resistance zone. So here, that area. 8, 7, 8. Where's the way? Got market up on news.
So I'm looking right now at the fact that yields in the US are moving lower in sympathy with
So we've still got 20 minutes until the US news kicks off, so this is pretty good. We can focus on UK.
the rate market will move collectively or it won't move.
At the moment.
How much is that the dynamic
Oh yeah,
that we're in right now for the developed world?
it about $100. Yeah, 80 go. So that's another $120 there. We just closed. Options is coming into profit now on UK 100. Major 100. So I just want to get out of it. Draw down on them earlier on the news event that I traded earlier.
In the perfection of federated Hermes, Steve, there's going to be no window dressing. But to the end of the year, there's a buy-side sweat. How big is the sweat this year?
I think there's sweat because I think folks have been on the wrong side of a lot of trades.
Yeah.
And I think you're going to have
Want it to spike into that 7282 level. And if RSI hits the overbought here, look, we know we can get in for a bonus trade. Really nice. Look for the next 15 minutes or so. Like I said, the first 15 minutes after any news event or open is the crucial time for scalping.
And it's been hard to stay with it because as constructive as we've been, you know, you'd have to have been blind not to see.
And obviously then we can focus on the US, but I just want to get these final couple of trades closed.
Which is to say, the fundamentals are positive. Respond to bad news if it happens.
Got one still in a little bit of a pull down. See,
you're fine.
can leave them running.
A little bit too reactive too early, you're going to be on the wrong side of something I think that's going to be quite positive between now and the end of the year, and you're going to try to window dress and catch up.
Steve, just real quick here, what's the bad news you think?
So I think you go into policy comes out of Washington. There's something really disruptive there on the lending side. I think what it really comes down to, Lisa, is we are in a heightened risk of being policy error, either on the monetary policy side or the fiscal policy side. We've never spent money like this after an economy is at full capacity.
Of course, all these techniques and strategies I teach in the... There we go, there's your re-entry point. Look at that, beautiful. Now we're cooking it now. So one, we're going to get our TP here, look. Never really in doubt. Came out. Pushed it there, look.
Lisa, that's the moment we're in. The wide range of outcomes through next year. We've had some great interviews so far already. It was Francis Donald that called it the anti-forecast for next year.
Some earlier on, if like
into the outlook into next year.
What's the balance of risks, to use Federal Reserve language? I think the Bank of England rate decision is
Let's trade.
fascinating because they pointed to the slowdown in growth that they experienced over the late summer, the idea of the Delta variant. I do wonder whether deferring rate hikes means fewer of them or just simply
Rates, yeah,
concentrating them
what we
more.
pretty much
That
thought
is
we might.
unclear.
The growth
Best did
outlook
the
has
same
weakened since
day.
August on supply
Tapering.
issues. It was Adam Poston that talked about the lack
Have
of visibility
synced.
around some of those supply issues, particularly in the UK. Some unique circumstances there, perhaps, Tom. But more broadly, if these central banks make a move, are they making a move into a
Size 77. That's enough.
weaker, Tom, is
Up.
relative, because if we're talking about 4% GDP next year in the United States and 5 to 6 in the UK, you'd
Well,
take 5%
Good.
as real, wouldn't you?
In the summer, John, we were migrating a vector to what?
Nice W second leg kind of.
Sub-potential GDP. That's out the window. We don't know where the x-axis is. I really have trouble right now with the Fed parlor game. I'm focused on what corporations are doing.
It was about the only bad entry.
Today with a
Day.
major buyback. They've been struggling. John, it's buyback nation.
The earnings are looking good as well, Tom. Up a tenth, call it 2.
What's the push? I'm in profits. I'm out. Brilliant, 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 brilliant. So that was 4 trades on the UK 100 for scalps there. We got 34, 450. That was the one I was losing on. Got in profit 450. 26 and 27. So 36. That's another about $150. So we can't moan at that at all. Group as well. Everyone sees them all done. Okay. News. Now, US jobs. When you've got the RSI, you've got these kind of, this system in place as well, and using price action. Then there you go. Look, it's heavy resistance. I'll be tempted to put sells in if the RSI breaks down out of the moment. Like I say, I've got 10 trades there, 6 on cable, 4 on the A100 FTSE. So that's more than anything. Yeah. So we'll leave that alone now, and we'll focus on the US 30, which to cable, yeah, sell in here. Like I say, I don't overplay these things. Once I've had my kind of joy in 3, 6, 9, 12 minutes, I'm out. Market can go a bit unpredictable or reverse back, or it could be a continuation. It's just, you just don't know. I just like to get in the first 3 or 4 candles, get in. We'll set up gold. Gold is nice, pushing back again 70. Hey. Let's just 38 J. Solid record highs, but on our time frame record consolidation. Our zone, look, here's our breakout zone, top and bottoms. Given us price breaks either these levels, serious moves. Otherwise, we're just trading a consolidation. Nice M pattern there. Look, second leg, by the W pattern, second leg, back to the M, following a wave. A little bit. Expect. Let's just hit the heavy. Again, we might get a sell, but hang on for this. Use 12 minutes away. Sure. Continuing one is the one I'll look at. Higher figure is negative, of course. Higher the claims are. We're looking at a drop here from 2243 to 2118. Predicted to be good. See, the lower this figure, the better it is. Of course, because we're pre-market, we will go the opposite way and trade the market manipulation on this. So, basically we will go the way of the news. This figure is lower. We will sell US 30 and buy gold. Figure is higher, then buy US 30. We'll sell gold. Simple. And ideally, we really want all 3, 4, including the balance of trade as well, to ideally borrow our own way. Again, I expected figure. So You've got to be aware. You've got to get your head round all these news. That's higher deficit. So
I think that it's hard to put your finger on
lower
the narrative.
minus
Let's
8.
be honest.
So
We've had sort of a shift in, are we in some sort of
needs to be
stagflation fears moment? People were talking about that all day yesterday.
minus 70, minus 60, which is better than expected. Then we'll get a sell on US 30 and a buy on gold. Obviously, gold is the easiest one on this because you just go the way of the news market. At least for 50 to 100 points. Swap back the opposite way. Keep me.
Bloomberg opinion columnist, senior advisor to Bloomberg Economics. Your equity market.
John, my fader, I did that. That was my fault, John.
Listening to a bit of Bloomberg. Focusing on that at the moment.
Keep it down, Tom.
Yeah, Euro USD's come back down again now.
Big move at the front end of the yield curve over in the UK. 2-year yields come in 9 or 10 basis points now to about 57, and cable's down about 1% off the back of this.
Cable is down 1%. Yeah, cable dipped. Not.
It wasn't the media, it was the Bank of England, it was the chief economist Hugh Pill who called this a live meeting, and then only 2 voted for a rate hike. 7 to 2 the vote.
Right.
It's on to December to see if they move then, Tom.
John, I'm sure your family in England, I say this.
It's going to be December when they change the. Yeah, 135 down at 1%, down a lot. So we're just waiting for this news to come out now. Job claims, balance of trade. We get the non-farm productivity and then costs one. Same time, impact. We're pretty good. That's it for the news then. And obviously, like I say, we'll reverse trade this on the open about an hour's time and done.
You can speak to people like Mohammed Al-Arian who would say yes.
Sometimes it's good just to focus, have Bloomberg on the background, just have an overview of what's going on fundamentals wise, their opinions as well, which obviously I don't trade off. I trade off my own views. Obviously that's not financial advice, that's just the way I like to do things, but I do watch it constantly. For anybody who's a fundamental trader, you've got to on top of it all. Today's been good. We did some Asian session trades as well. Good night. And today we're not been too crazy. We've done 1, 2.
Happened exactly like we thought, and Jay Powell, I thought, was a little more dovish than maybe we could have expected if they were really
21 trades. 21 trades so far.
Chair Powell.
We've traded the Nikkei 225, Aussie 200, we did the China 50, we did DAX this morning, we did some NAS 100, obviously we've done 6 trades on the pound against the dollar, the cable, and we've just done 4 trades on the FTSE UK 100, so and all green on the screen, so that's pretty good going for today.
It's basically you still have this push
building up to NFP.
Economies aren't good, and you're talking about real wages. Real growth is actually slowing in large part because of the higher inflationary pressures. So the question is, will the Fed and other central banks start hiking to slow the economy because supply chain pressures are forcing certain things higher? And President Dudley is right that, look, is this going to feed into wages? Is this going to force companies and individuals to demand higher prices from their consumers? And that's, I think, still an open question and will be into the second quarter next year.
Okay, it's going to be second quarter next year. John, pick it up here. I think this is just so important. These nuances, given the liquidity and the declining savings rate, John Farrow, are absolutely critical.
He gave us a timeline, and that's what's fresh about yesterday. Lisa, he gave us a timeline to play with. The second quarter or the third quarter next year. And Lisa, what I find remarkable about that is that we've moved the goalposts so much. Vice Chair Rich Clarida was on this program 6 months ago and talked about the importance of the turn of the year. When I asked a very basic question, how would you know if you're wrong? We'll find out perhaps around the turn of the year, into the new year. I'm paraphrasing, but you can go back and watch the interview. That was the guidance we were given. Governor Waller was talking about the next couple of months.
US 30 is just lining up. Keep on this now.
I think the transitory
Oh.
story. And Lisa, here we are. And look, it's up to the
A nice neutral support zone. If we come back to, say, remember, we're going to go with US 30, we will go the opposite way with gold pushing up really nice and high now. Wants to get back to that 18. So if the news is better than expected, we're going to be buying. Worse, we'll come back down to this neutral zone for the day. 1780 seems to be that zone. So we'll hold on that.
So I think the real yield story is several-fold, but one of the big ones is that the
both bullish.
When it was doing quantitative easing, and still is and will be for the next.
Gosh, we could have got in for a cheeky re-entry, honey. Hold on.
More than 100% of supply.
Say, you'd have to scalp everything that's in front of you. You just focus. You know, if you're going to pick a certain news event to trade or market open to trade, don't change your mind. Don't be tempted into FOMO in or thinking I should have scalped this. You know, if I was trading gold and decided to wake up today and just want to scalp gold, then I would have been on this because I've been focused on it, watching it on this time frame. And that's the key to scalping, I think, is, you know, not getting carried away. People might think, oh, I'm carried away doing 24 trades, but you see I do 2 trades in a go, so it's really only 12 trades. I do 2 entries every single time. That's just what I like to do. I like to preset one, let one run. That's just my system, my technique. So it's really it's only 12, and you've seen with the pound against the dollar cable there was 6 trades. So you know, I almost treat that as one kind of trade, even though it's 24 scalps individually. In terms of trading, it's not that many. Obviously, it depends on your account size. You've got a slightly bigger account size, and obviously you can do multiple entries, which is fine. You know, some people don't like doing it. Some people want to enter one trade at a time. That's totally fine if that's what you want to do. Like I say, it's just the way I do things.
The question becomes, during that period of time, if real yields do rise, say,
The gold
basis points,
pushing up nicely.
Do you see nominal yields rise and inflation expectations stay the same?
US 30 just dipping back after that lovely W. Look, second leg. Nice. So could expect a retest of the resistance zone here before dropping back down again to our neutral support area of 36154 or the 3659. Again, doesn't really matter to us. Make sure we go in the right direction, which for us, pre-market is opposite news result.
Ira, great to catch up, sir. Ira Jersey, fantastic, brilliant, fascinating stuff on this bond market.
.com, see what printed.
In a news conference over at the Bank of England, Lizzie Burden, our reporter out of the UK, asking whether the unreliable boyfriend is back on Threadneedle Street at the Bank of England. I think in
Bank of England defies markets by keeping interest rates on hold. Obviously, I say good for the stock market, but not good for
at the end of the year. If you want to hike interest rates, just in terms of the sequencing, it makes
pound against the dollar, you know, the way it always is.
Make sure the credibility is intact. The problem is we've been conditioned by the Bank of England perhaps bluffing in the past and not following through, and that might explain the move at the front end of the curve this morning.
And they're doing the right thing. The UK is not quite there yet. We're doing a slumps pre-market. Dollar firms after Fed jobless claims, Bank of England meeting, what's moving the markets. This is worth looking at as well. Tapering, we know about the tapering that's going to be happening. Stock set to mixed open, that's cool. Jobless claims. Claims expected to edge down to a post-pandemic low of 275. There's 500,000 jobs yet on the day. Yeah. Looking for it to be figure better. We mean we buy US 30. I mean we buy gold. You know. So 2 minutes to go. Get ready. Just going to load up the.
The 700th anniversary of
Who
Don
knows
King
what we're
Alighieri's
reading?
death has triggered the work of many institutions and offered a very rich schedule of events. Today in Santa Croce, we present one of these projects.
Good, so if the news is better than expected, we can see a continuation of a drop down on US 30 maybe. Yeah, we might get 38, we might get 50, might get nearly 100. Any of those will do, and I'm
Today, Felice Limosani's
look for
project is finally enjoyable. In the Pazzi Chapel,
getting a re-entry.
architecture by Filippo Brunelleschi. The most important
50.
images from the Divine Comedy.
Away from the spreads, that's
illustrator Gustav Doge.
like I said, it doesn't matter which way.
Violent emotions of
Gold I will go with.
of purgatory and the sublime joy of paradise.
Yeah, US 30 is always slow to respond to it anyway.
Summing up, it's about merging humanistic disciplines with new technology.
Gold will be a bit more of a spike, usually.
In modern tool
Oh, 40 seconds.
Cultural heritage becomes something to hand over to the new generations and not to be put aside. So it's about using technology, pixels, and binary code with a human and humanizing content.
Excuse me. That countdown's begun. Fingers on the buttons. Let's see what we can get on this.
I was just finishing what you were saying, Tom.
Keep Bloomberg on in the background. Just keep an eye on what they're saying as well. Let's focus on this countdown so you can see exactly how I trade it. All you need is the Axe system to help you. 7 seconds. Boom, there we go. That's what we're all going to get here. Labour is better than expected. Job claims better than expected. Better than expected. Okay, so that looks good to me to get a couple of buys in. And go US 30. Out on that, let's have a look. So there's the results, as you can see. Post those. Panic, say we're in on the trades.
Live from New York City for our audience worldwide on TV, on
Balance of trade, yeah, around about the same. It all flashing up here. Look, this is what you want to see. This is the main thing we're interested in. So we're in trades, we're holding. A little bit behind us all. We're in profit now on gold already. Quick look. There you go. Look, gold.
Initial jobless claims 269,000. The trend continues. We're kind of getting back to the
Oh yeah, we're out on gold.
pandemic, which is good.
Bang.
The bad news comes in the
$100 there. Thank you. Nice little spike.
We would see productivity increases as companies tried
Waiting for the sell on US 30.
get around the fact that we didn't have enough workers,
Jobs.
productivity down in the
Use.
by 5%.
That was an easy one. There was enough space there between that and the resistance point to get in and out there. So
prior quarter. The
yes.
labor cost issue is obviously going to be higher, and it's 8.3% up. That's more than the 7% forecast, and certainly more than the 1.3%. So in the third quarter, we did see it cost employers a lot.
Let's have a look. Just had a look what we got there. We got 45 and 51. That's £100. That was about $130, $140. Just on 2 on gold. Post that. So nice counter trend trade. Like I say, we go against. This will probably pump back up again. Not heavy resistance. I'm not tempted really to get back in on this at the moment. I wanted that initial push up, look, re-entry point. There it is. So look at US 30. It's just sat on a bit of support. Look.
Sort of a balanced picture in the third quarter. Good news on the labor market,
Down.
bad news for employers, and We knew the economy
Pop
had
this up.
It's the right kind of downside surprise on claims, though. That's what we want to see. 269 on jobless claims in America. Labor costs sky high. We expected something like that. In the bond market, yields coming at the front end a little bit more here. We're down 3 basis points on 2s to 43. Let's call it 44 basis points. On 10s, we come in about 3 to 157. Got some dollar strength out there in the mix.
Cross the neutral zone, 51 there.
The back of that Bank of England rate decision, sterling a whole lot weaker. We go into that Bank of England news conference time. In a couple of seconds, that sort of started around that now.
Yeah, we'll have to see what those headlines are. And Michael McKee, we've got to
Can complete this.
labor costs within the productivity calculation. I did a
Just waiting.
study. Maybe we saw it in 2013.
Again, you see, got a flat
early 2000s.
baseline here. Look, so it's got a bit of support here, decent support, some neutral support, but we might get a bounce upon this before a drop. And I'm just holding
Well, again, this is an answer
about $10 in profit at the moment.
It's
So,
going to depend on how long it lasts. We knew there would be an immediate jump because people were coming.
and USOT is always slow, always slow. That's what's a good one to trade fundamentals on. The big machine to move, and it takes time to go in a particular direction. A gold is more instantaneous, like you say, you want that quick spike. Look, it's hitting that heavy resistance. Could have got back in again for more buys. We're up to our next level now, but we wanted it to hit, and it did. Perfect. That was TP2, look, which
suggested we are processing more supplies than ever before. It's just the demand is so strong.
nice.
that they can't keep up.
Nice win on gold. Yeah, you could have a chance of going back in if it breaks this. What we got? We've got 1 minute 30 seconds left.
Thank you so much. Congratulations for bringing the chairman to silence yesterday. I don't think enough can be said on that. On your
Yeah, but obviously we want gold then to go the reverse on the open in about an hour's time. Give us a nice little lemon, a little pullback, little correction. We'll scalp that. At the same time, we'll go good on U30. If it's
Beautiful move on gold.
yeah, caught nice. That was $135 in about 2 seconds. All because going the way of the news.
I love jobs.
Trading that manipulation. Balance of trade was about as predicted. It wasn't too bad. 89. Didn't really do anything. All these job claims obviously is better.
Yep.
So I'm just waiting to get my sell out on 30. And like I say, because most people think could be buyings. See if it's going to break this. Look, it gets to 50, 49. I'm in and out.
Cost of living adjustments anymore, but we've probably got the labor movement in control now more so than ever before, and it's not really a movement; it's just a shortage of workers. And so
Gold, yeah, look at that now. You could have sold at the top there. You see that heavy resistance? You could have put a quick sell in. You grab some pips on the pullback, and if it breaks that, then you're in again on a buy. 4 seconds there, 3, 2, 1.
And I think we are going to see a tremendous amount of automation.
Pulling back now. Look, yeah, there you go. This is where you should have got selling. Comes out of that zone, get a sell, and then go back in on the buy again because it might push back up again. It's a heavy resistance at 1787. We've got heavy support here. Look at this, 36160.
The economy's done awfully well, certainly in the first half of the year, and
Or a size 50 now. Look, so that's good. Gets a flash outside.
So I think they're a little bit late, but look, my job isn't to tell the Fed what to do, it's just to anticipate what they're going to do.
UK 100 was good there. That was some good trading on that.
As we all know,
Back to gold. Yeah, it's dropping now. Tempted to get a sell in.
I will not be surprised if they raise the inflation target from 2% to 3%.
60.
It's going to be an even more liberal, more progressive Fed next year.
50
the way I
point.
see it.
Wait, hold on a second. Can you elaborate a little bit on that? Because that's
On
the point
that.
that Adam Posen has made as
Back
well.
up
That
again now.
perhaps they are not going to try to fight higher inflation on a
It's
base
30
level,
just
or
ranging
rather
around, look.
embrace it. What
Correct.
will
The bounce back.
sort of
Still
trigger
holding.
that shift in mentality?
Well, I think the Fed's going to have to at some point concede that inflation is not transitory.
Just get $10, $20 on that because that was a really good win on gold. Better than expected.
Well, yeah, so what does that mean? It means that inflationary pressure.
26 trades today.
So I think much will depend
And FP coming up tomorrow.
Powell. I think it's likely to be Brainerd.
Lambos.
A couple of openings that get filled.
Yeah, it's looking good for tomorrow.
Kind of people. The Fed is simply going to become more politicized, more
They're
progressive.
setting it up nicely for today.
Inclined to say, well, you know,
Yep, there's lots of retail sale news, Halifax Price Index, I trade that, construction, PMI,
more than they have to.
retail sales, and then NFP.
Okay, so Ed, you mentioned the 1970s.
Oh, and obviously they're looking for a massive gain, way better than expected. A big drop of 194 last month, expected 450. So this needs to be 500 really to get a significant buy. Obviously, with NFP, we go the way of it. You know, we're not going to go opposite. We will just go the way. And if we miss that initial spike, which a lot of people do because it just moves so quick, then obviously you get the pullback. Wait for the pullback to finish and then go the way of the news again. You know, so it's a slightly different way scalping NFP because, you know, it just moves sometimes before the news gets released. Again, that's all manipulation because people are sat there with pending orders, ready to get their accounts blown to shreds. We'll go over that tomorrow as well. But for today, you know, say we traded the interest rates, UK, got out on the construction PMI, again with a win on that in the end. We traded the German PMI as well, and the French. And we're just on the jobs claim, and these were mixed. It didn't really count. It was really this one. I'm waiting for this retest. Look,
well, at this point, the productivity story really is anecdotal. You know, we can see that companies are scrambling to increase their
on that and
robotics with automation.
Back up again. Yeah, it's good.
The good news is the technology's there.
Breaks this zone. We're in again on a buy.
To make that happen. So I don't think
Get ready.
all that long. I think by the second half of next year we're going to.
Good. Again, you could have got in on that green.
Partly because of productivity and partly because supply chain disruptions get.
Wasn't taking notice of it. We should have got in.
And that's a big issue. Is
I expect this is going to go 79 now.
So I think we're going to have more cars by the second half of next year, more supply, and that could take a lot of pressure off inflation.
The bond vigilantes stay in hibernation then, Ed?
Brilliant.
Well, you know, it's
out there. 27 and 20. Hold. One lot of piece. That was just on that wick down and wick up again, so it was another 50. Wasn't expected to trade that to me, but it was there right in front of me, so took the trade.
We also have to factor in demographic factors here. In the 70s, we had a tremendous
Can't pass up a good opportunity.
Now they're retiring, and we're seeing that the growth rate in the labor force.
That's it, and like I said, I knew it's going to get back up to that 70.
Is going to grow on a trend basis as productivity makes a comeback, and I'm optimistic on that.
But hopefully, it'll hang around this area for the next 40 minutes, and we'll get the drop. Go, here's the spike down US 30, so let's just have a look what's going on. 30. I'll get out of this trade.
John, I don't know if you've seen this.
If it fills this wick.
I'm always a big fan of Zakute work over at Nomura. He publishes a blistering note here on the delay.
Bounce back a little.
December, and Johnny frames out his bet towards 134.50 sterling. I mean, really, the idea of a less. You mentioned 6% growth. I believe Mr. Rochester is suggesting a lesser growth. Weaker sterling.
Direction of travel important. Growth expectations are being revised down. This from Jordan Rochester of Nomura, mobility and credit card spending.
Quite a decent support level, he says. With it being flat, we can see that.
I miss being in the room at the Bank of England, Tom.
Bitcoin's back down to 61, 61.7. Still got to try and break that 65 level for those interested.
Yeah, it's colder. And the difference is in London, the lunch is an hour and a half.
Let's watch this 30. 551, just crossing our average. Oil's $82 a barrel now, that's good as well. We're going to get some red. Get some red on US 30. We're going to get this. Why never panic with US 30 because it does take time to move.
We'll build on that. From New York.
There we go. Yep, got it. I'm just gonna get out of that trade. I got 20. I got 19 and 17, so £36, $50. There you go. $50 trading against the news. If you don't see this live on the chart, you'd never believe it, because most people would be buying. Yeah, I could hold and everything, but I know I'm at a neutral support zone here, and price could retest our trend line before dropping down again. So again, not being greedy. You know, this is what I'm trying to average every time I do a trade. Drop the sell. So I held those from that news release. So it took a few minutes. You know, got in here. Look, get in there. So it took 4 candles and we were there. Look, hit profit. So that's fine. So I'm not, you know, US 30 is the slower moving one. Gold obviously moves quicker. That's it. That's all my positions closed. Yeah, that's it. At the moment, what I was looking at, little pullback on NAS 100, because obviously it was quite overbought zone here. Look, formed a nice second leg, look, kind of M pattern, then to a W, then back at him again. It's kind of dipping now. Look, we'll see if it breaks this support zone. Because we've got re-entry, sell. Again, I look for 50 to 100 points on 100. Yeah, it's not quite there. Watching this as well. And so we've still got Bloomberg on the background. Let's just have a look. Print out. Hopefully we won't get a copyright strike. That's pushing down. Let's see. X 51. And in the US same as well. I was up 0.25%, 0.5%. The NAS is up 1%. So again, hitting that overbought zone, or record highs. So this could be the start of a nice little. If it breaks the support zone, we could, you know, get back down to this 16 level. 170. Breaks this, we'll be on a scalp for sell for definite.
Record highs is the cheeky way of saying they're fixing to mess with your money.
Yep. I reckon, you know, we could get a break. Gotta be patient. There's not enough gap here for me to tempt me into this here and bounce off this support. But if it breaks our support zone here, then yeah, definitely down to the flat KG. Look here, left. You can see the support zone created. So again, you just measure. Potential risk reward 50. Yeah, that's enough for me to go in there and get $20, $30, $40, whatever. Might bounce down to this level. Old look. Hitting that second zone support. This extension now. It's now resistance. Of now support. This is great because obviously the higher this goes, we're going to get that correction on the open. That's what we want. About 45 minutes away. On US 30, look, it's perfect. We want them going in the opposite direction. It's always, you know, it's more manipulation when they're going in the same direction. You always want that correlation. But yeah, I could have held and got a bit more here, look, but you know, I got $50. That's it. You know, just stick with your system, stick with your trading plan. Don't get FOMO, don't get greedy. You know, appreciate that what you analyze was the correct direction. Even if it does continue, you know, you're in this for the long haul. And I'm in this every day, you know, where I can for doing the, you know, the 25 to 40 trades scalping. Again, you know, you're just using the RSI. There was multiple trades here. Look, you could have got in here. Look, goes grey, comes out green. You could have got in on the break there. Goes grey, goes green. Could have got in on the little break here. Look, comes red. You could have grabbed that. Green could have grabbed that. You know, there's different ways you can trade the RSI with price action, like we're doing today, and we do on the live streams. We incorporate the fundamentals into it as well. Hanging on that neutral support now, a bit of a fake out. Let's poke back up. Look, I'm going to push down. And if it breaks this, tempted to get in. Flat part here, look, good for a nice little sell.
Where the music plays on. BSO season sponsor, Bank of America.
If
you take a look at you know, gas prices, and you take a look at oil prices.
So when you're scalping in between sessions as well, like this after the news event, you only want to go for 50 points or something. You know, it's micro scalping, hold, see extra green, bonus trades. All adds up. That's what you're looking for. You're looking to practice the technique of getting in and out, reading price action, reading an RSI, trading the news, getting the green and getting in and out. Yeah, and with our TradeAxe trading system, you can just, it gives you an idea of where price might go to. So 15, then you can work out your account size, your lot size. You can work out, is this worth me scalping? Am I just going to make $1 risking my account, or am I going to make $10, $20, you know, or $100? So the back test, all that.
This is a vaccine mandate, and you do wonder how much this stems from frustration that more people are just not getting vaccinated.
You wonder how this spreads out across private enterprise. Of course, the
Watch this and see if we get this down any more. So we'll keep a watch on NAS as well. Look, yeah, just yeah, you reverse on that. You just want to wait. We test the neutral zone distance. Look, coming back again.
Certain vaccines that will be required.
Gold, yeah, right on that. It's all exactly where we need it to be at the moment. We just would like this, you know, build would be nice, yeah. Build, come down.
Well, it depends on which zip code you're in. Some parents say we want to wait and see what the data shows, if there are more people need to get inoculated. And then you've got other parents that say, let's go.
Watch this. I'm just going to go and get my coffee. Hop downstairs. Back in a second.
Joining us for a brief visit this morning. Ellen, the spread is narrowed between West Texas Intermediate and Brent crude. Do you just apply within your macro view that Brent will widen out higher, or will West Texas Intermediate come back lower?
Well, you know, one of the interesting things is that WTI has been doing better recently, particularly with foreign buyers, because it was priced a bit lower, and so we saw some increase in exports from the U.S. to China and other countries. If that spread collapses, then the U.S. Benchmark may become less interesting to foreign buyers, and that may actually help gasoline prices at home a little bit.
Well, it may help at home a little bit, but are we at a tension point at gasoline? I see it on AAA unleaded $3.40 a gallon. The moving average back at $100 a barrel was like $3.58 a gallon. Or is this time different?
So it does seem that gasoline prices are starting to calm down. We're not seeing as many increases as we were previously. So I do think that we're kind of coming to an equilibrium in terms of gasoline prices at this time. We've got plenty, of gasoline in storage. Some of the recent numbers from the EIA are showing that that crude and gasoline stores are increasing a little bit. So I think that's helped push the numbers down. Of course, if we have a very big demand over the Thanksgiving holiday, that could certainly cause some prices to rise.
Ellen, honestly, the idea that Biden is planning to release some of these stores in the strategic reserves, how dramatic of a response would that be?
I don't think that it would produce quite as dramatic a response as he or his administration is really hoping for. If you look at the global picture in terms of oil, we've got OPEC looking to increase production by 400,000 barrels a day starting in December. Plus, you've got global consumption at about 100 million barrels a day, which is basically where it was pre-pandemic. And so the U.S. could do an SPR release, but refineries are running pretty much at capacity. We've had some declines in the total amount of capacity of our refining since the pre-pandemic days. But if there's a bigger SPR release, that's not necessarily going to translate into more gasoline and lower prices for the long term. We could see a brief push down, but in general, unless it's repeated, I don't think it's going to help all that much in the long term.
Ellen, there's also a question about what President Biden's stance has been toward the shale industry. Is there anything identifiable from your perspective that the Biden administration could do to try to prompt more pumping in the shale patch, or whether that's even appropriate in this type of situation?
Yeah, I think it's definitely a factor in higher oil prices. I know that Biden really wants to blame Russia and OPEC for failing to produce more, but they are actually increasing production at a pretty good clip compared to the U.S. Oil industry, which is not really increasing production at nearly that clip. We heard that there was 11.5 million barrels a day produced last week in the U.S., which is a slight tick upward. It's really not enough of an increase to bring oil prices down. And the Biden administration has certainly made a lot of producers very wary of increasing production.
And we're back, and we're just about to take $20 off the table. Yes, on that drop on US 30. There we go. Look what we got there. Yeah, $25. There you go. Just for a quick, I told you, in and out, not messing, and past the time that I usually trade the reverse of the news. But there you go. Look, it hit that next level. So just went in there. Two final sells on US 30.
And I did that with the announcement, I believe, off of Dow Jones, that Google will take a $1 billion.
Just sort of kind of break that level enough. What you want, just that little bit. Aim in the grey, look, then back out again. And there's your TP.
Lisa, to me, this is thunderous. This is where you get
don't hold for any longer than that. Remember, you're going reverse against the news. W or in the M, so we're looking for this too. At your pattern.
As we move markets to the cloud, what does that mean in terms of the tech giants' power? Who gets in charge, especially since it's been a very much a food fight between Microsoft's Azure and Amazon's AWS? How much does this move Google into the position that perhaps other people had discounted them? I'm just looking at some of the trading activity. Trading on CME, shares up 5.5%. The more interesting activity, frankly, is Google. You are seeing the shares up on this news because people are looking at the potential for the cloud to gain more dominance.
Maybe to minor.
Snark-free Thursday, but would Google
we get
invest $1 billion in the United States government?
Go all the way back up again. Yeah, you're back up to here. Got to be prepared for it.
It's Snark-free Thursday, but that's all you need to know, Tom.
It is never a dull moment. Never forget humility and order. As the chairman mentioned, I was wrong on Bank of England. It was fascinating.
Yes.
Stay with us through the day. Red and green, small caps up. I believe.
Keeping up. Oh. DAX is up 0.5, 3940. US 30 breaking up. Gold still climbing in that extension zone now. Look, beautiful. Got a nice entries on here if you wanted. Dow's 29, SP 500 60.65, and NAS is still 1%. So still, yeah, waiting for this NAS drop. Yeah. Gets outside that break. Comes back again.
Hong Kong lost its top spot as Asia's busiest
Where we
airport
are.
in 2020.
Still
Passenger traffic slumped 88%
50 to
from 2019.
zone.
The lack of a domestic market and strict COVID rules have made for a slow recovery, and walking through the airport, the majority of F&B outlets and shops do remain closed. Here in the departure hall, long stretches still remain boarded up in areas where you would typically
Let's see if US
waiting to board their flights to destinations across the world. Only 2 lounges do
30 minutes to go till the open, and then like I say, we're expecting to take a buy, so it'd be nice if this comes down to this minor support level and sits on here now, ending the open.
We had closed a lot of our lounges and airport hospitality services. We're cautiously optimistic with the growth. COVID certainly has forced a rethink of strategy to be nimble in the face of policy uncertainty during the pandemic.
Before we get a nice push on 100.
Bloomberg has enhanced search on the terminal to deliver what you need when you need it.
Worth trading it, definitely.
Simply type phrases in everyday English in the command line.
Again, we've got the dashboard. Keep an eye on the bigger time frames and stuff as well. There's an idea of the market generally, the volume, the current volume, all in the bear fight, power, market phase, the overall trend, obviously what session, then it correlates it all to give us this figure here where the market is, and bearish move of 70%. So all this is information for us to use as well, part of the trading system.
You talk about hiring aggressively at the
And now look even more, which is great.
Talk me through how challenging that is at the moment. How difficult is it to find the right people?
Well, things have changed. Again, the world has changed under the pandemic, and you all know worldwide, you know, what the challenges with getting people back into the workforce.
We're up to about 30 trades today so far. We've already hit our daily kind of TP I always set in mind, so that's pretty good. So this is all bonus money now, and obviously I'm trading with my own money in a manner of speaking, so you know, I'm not saying I take any risks. I just keep trading the same way I trade. I don't change. You know, I don't go, oh, I've earned a certain amount, therefore I can risk a bit more because it, you know, I can use some of that. I never deviate from the plan. Just keep adding up those little wins, bang, 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 using the same risk management every single time. So there's nothing on the economic calendar now, it's straight through to the open.
With the big issue, Chair Powell threading the needle.
Look, Powell and company absolutely threaded the needle. Of course, announcing the tapering.
What we heard yesterday is
the Fed is exiting. It took a step yesterday. There's more steps to come.
But this has been so well telegraphed.
The Fed doing a pretty good job at keeping markets calm.
The market was already there.
The Fed, along with the ECB, have tried to, you know, kind of hold the ground. The chair showed a good amount of humility.
Chairman Powell actually walked the fine line pretty well.
Does the market know the Fed's reaction? We're getting a little bit of a better picture.
Joining us now is John Hancock's Emily Rowland, Sol Backens, Michael Purvis, and Chris Harvey of Wells Fargo. Emily, let's begin with you, and I'll wind all three of you up. Is this transitory for longer? Emily, is that what it is?
John, I thought we banned the T word on Bloomberg this morning.
Team, what we're going to be doing on
the next hour. Go ahead.
All right, so it's allowed. No, we think Powell did a great job yesterday. He was well articulated, very balanced in his comments.
So he just bounced up off that support zone, which is what we expect. Again, you can sometimes trade these if you want, these reversals. You know, you can take trades off all these kind of support and resistance zones if you want. Risky, but they do pay out a lot of the time. If you're in and out, you know, you haven't got time to stop loss, risk, all that kind of 2-to-1, everything. With these ones, you're talking micro scalping. You're getting in, you're getting some dollar, and you're getting out the trade. That's proper scalping.
Inflation appears to be transitory, maybe a little bit more persistent than expected, is really
The RSI, you can tend to hold, or like you could have got in here, look, and held that, but I got 2 trades on this. That's totally fine.
Not really. I think
My style.
You know, like when you step back, we had a lot of hikes being priced in over the next 3 years here. So I think
Let's have a quick look at NAS. NAS is still, yeah, still going to get a push. But this is flat on our baseline, look, which to me would area of resistance. So a rejection. See here.
I think what I'm, really focused on right now is there's all sorts of inflation.
Your first T. Sell now. Look, you get the breakout line at 50 points. That's fine.
For a very long period of time. And that may mean that whatever hiking cycle we do get out of the Fed may be a very different type of pattern than what we've seen in earlier cycles. And I think that's the thing the markets are going to have to come to
terms.
Chris Harvey, can I get your view on all of this as well?
Certainly. So here's the good, here's the less good. On the good side, what he said, and I agree with it, a lot of the issues surrounding inflation are supply chain related. Raising
Jobless claims for
doesn't help
9.
What helps that is giving it time, and we're going to give it time. So I thought that was fair. I thought that was reasonable. Market reacted to that. That's great. Now what we're seeing today is break-evens are going higher, reals are going lower, nominals are going lower. So longer term, the market is beginning to talk to you and start to indicate, hey, we're a little worried about stagflation, right? Because
Stagflation.
expectations are going up and reals are going down. What it's saying is, hey, maybe inflation does eat into growth. Maybe we have to worry about that longer term. But in the short term, he took a lot.
Also want USD to stay red and not push up too high, so we get a boost on the open. We'll come down from this buy here, look.
And I think the market appreciated that. But longer term, the market is
3.6
more about stagflation.
191.
Giving us the timeline now. I think that's important. This from the chairman yesterday on
Same look, gold to stay in this zone here, so we get a nice little pullback. Just to get to that. Look.
And as that happens, inflation will decline from today's elevated levels.
We're only looking for 100. The gold's looking good. Bells, USD buys at the moment.
So what I will tell you is we're watching carefully to see whether the economy evolves in line with our expectations.
Have some coffee.
Emily, you talked about the second and third quarter. Now, the goalposts for me have moved. At the start of the year, if you told me transitory for them and temporary factors was something that started to fade in the second or third quarter of 2022, I think we've had a very, very different conversation. We would have had a very different one.
Tunes on while we just watch them.
Nice little pullback on Shiba.
Yes. I bought some Shiba the other day.
Yep.
That together with my Safe Moon and Doge and just sitting on it. So I've never sold Safe Moon, I've held it for like 6-7 months now. And Doge, I haven't sold any Doge, I've kept that. Since I bought it at 4 cents, I think I did 4 cents.
One guy had an $8,000 initial investment on Shiba. Ended up making $5 billion. He withdrew $2.5 billion. Left the rest in Shiba.
Perfect. Well, so today, if you took $100 on Safe Moon when it came out in March, you'd now be a millionaire from $100. Just from $100. Yeah, Doge is gonna push at the moment, going back to that 26.57.
Somebody was telling me that another one of the they call crap coins, Cat Girl, was supposed to be up and coming.
Open the show, have Sheeb on here, look. On Trading View. I do, yeah, there we go. I want the wrong section. on a dip at the moment. I thought you could have got in and sold there. Bang. Retest. Down again. So it's 5s at the moment. It's come all the way down. Look at that. 7804. About last week. It's got potential to climb again. Where that trend line, so it's on a dip down at the moment. Look, RSI has been red quite a lot. I'm gonna break this heavy resistance at 6 here. I think I've got it on Binance anyway. Back to gold. Holding nicely. There's 30, just pushing now. Still grey though. Following my line up. Dead still on here, look, so I'll just move with this. Now it's forming green. Look now, get a buy. I'm gonna push. If it breaks that resistance. So I don't like to push too high, but we've got 20 minutes to go till the open, and obviously we'll look to take more buys on the 30 and sells on gold.
Tesla, $1,200 a share. Jeez.
Yeah. Climbing. Yeah, that's a nice break in. If it breaks that heavy resistance, look, Tesla's on its way up again. To can be up to 1220. Look at that for a W pattern. Perfect. Perfect. Double bottom.
My options guy called that about a week and a half ago, and it was down at 85900.
Yeah.
Called it going to 1100 and then up to extension at 12. I should have got it on that play.
I mean, that's as perfect as a second leg as you're going to get.
No joke.
All you have to do is wait for it and wait for the breakout here. Look, RSI and that candle, and that would have been it. And hold. Yeah, it came back, retested. You'd have got out here, probably got back in again here and then here. you'd probably got in and got out. I mean, I would have, my TP would have been that neutral anyway, so you'd have got in here, got out there.
You really gotta be religious with your account size whenever you're buying and selling like that.
Yes.
With the U.S. and their pattern day trader laws.
Thursday. Still in the range, you see. This is what we want for watching crypto. You want this, look? Crypto bubbles.
Yeah, I saw that whenever you sent it to the group the other day. That's pretty clean.
Yeah, sheep's down 30%, look. Yeah, it's good. It gives you all the information in one go.
Yeah.
Again. Reject off this a little bit. 15 minutes to go before we enter.
Dixie doesn't know what it wants to do.
Why do I feel like I linger? Linger between the words to say the words to remember. Now we're here to take control over your body and over your soul.
Ranging on that. Bye.
Oh, still pushing.
Try to hold there so we get a push on up. The TP now is going to be trying to be here up. The open.
Now we will go back home today, until the very last hour. We still got a few more days to slay, it's gonna get so much louder. Now we're here to take control over your body and over your soul. We're gonna take back everything and lose it all, lose it all.
Those we're looking for. Nice zone formed look now. We've got 10 minutes to go. We get into something. Good to wait and watch, see everything play out like this. See it's reject, yeah, it's nice. Yes, just reject off this zone would be nice. Just stay trapped. Got 10 minutes to go. Sit tight. Like I say, you can keep monitoring, keep looking at the gaps you might achieve. Look, you know, TP1 could easily be here. Have to be right here. Can easily this first points of interest line. That's 70 points. More than enough for most people. We're looking at NAS as well. Still think this is going to break that zone back down to here. Waiting on all them three really. Hold, keep still. Good. Down a little bit now. 30 just sat there, perfect. He's down, that's great. In a great position, push on up, looking down, push on up. Hold safe. Yep, just ranging as nicely still. Keep checking. Perfect. Can definitely go with this. Got that gap of 100 points, you see. That's all we're looking to scalp in the open. Okay, there you go. Just need to hang for the heavy resistance zone, you can get in and out on that. Waiting, yeah, let's just sink a bit low. RSI is 49, it's into the neutral zone, US 13. We've got about 5 minutes left, and again, with everything's where we want it to be. USD is just bouncing on the neutral support zone. Gold is just pushed up a little bit as well, so great. And again, you can just measure out again. The next points of interest line is going to give us what we want. We'll take it. Yeah, look, easy. Then we can just adjust back to there. Don't need lines. DP. That one. Good chance of hitting on a. So. There's also spent a lot of time. Look, green, re-entry. This is good, so I'm expecting some adjustment based on that new. It's better than expected. So, all we want, market just give us it. Carry on doing it what it wants to do. Same as US 30. Again, just keep readjusting where you think price is going to end here. There's your flat line, 100 points. Look, so all of a sudden TP doesn't need to be so far away, it needs to be just here. The open, get 100 points, perfect. But you don't shoot for the stars when the moon is more achievable. Right, so, okay. 83 to 100, look, is achievable, whereas you might get rejection at 181,235. Yeah, it might spike and hit that, but at least it's, you know, got a hell of a better chance of collecting pips here. Especially as we know there's going to be manipulation spike, there's going to be some drawdown, blah 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 as usual, and then it'll hit. So we've got 3-4 minutes yet before I open up. Let's see. Great if it pushes down, it's cool. Really push it down even more, so we'll get a nice little bounce off this the support. Beautiful. Nice it's doing these moves before the open. This is what we want it to do. I'll do the same thing, look. We're not looking for all of this down to that TP line, we're looking at 100. Here, look. I'm looking for this now. Half that. Nice big wick down, look at that, perfect. Yeah, perfect for that heavy support zone. Got a couple of minutes to go before we get in on anything. let's see if we can finish the day off and end the live stream with some more wins. Yeah, we've only took one minor loss so far, which was £2.21, which is about $4 US 30, and that was again because I didn't close quick enough. It wasn't because it was a wrong trade. You know, the other one was a winner. Again, the broker sometimes just delays your exit. The problem with scalping at times. Nice push down. You just got to be prepared for that. So we get quick executions. The key when you're looking for a broker, especially around news events. So this is good. And now we can adjust this. Yeah, we're going to come to our neutral point. This is what we want. The open. Back up to here. Perfect. There's your 100 points. Right, let's do it. Okay. Good luck everybody, let's see. Got NAS as well, still in the background as well. 30. Gold. Yeah. But these are about 30 seconds. And we're already clearing out our trades. We're already in good profit. We just made $300 on US 30 there. Straight away on the open. Gonna end some more trades here. Watch US 30 push on you on NAS as well. Go. On NAS, get another $10 on NAS. Manipulation happening around on gold, that's pushing down now. Nice, we're just watching it live. Look, this is great. You gotta do, just sit and watch it. Panic. Don't set any levels. I've already cleared out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trades. So we've got 74.80 here. We've got $300 on US 30 on the buys. A couple of sells on NAS as well on that open. On gold. First 15 minutes. Crucial part for this. That spike, beautiful. Look at that, smashed our TP. What you want to say? This is what it's all about. It doesn't matter that it's red. You know, as Hakanashi remember at the end of the day, this is what we want: a level to be smashed that we set, and we had a good chance. Predict it. There you go. Look, this open wick is what it's all about. Manipulation. We'll get some more buys in here in the bottom in a minute as well. Once we see RSI spike up, let's just hang on gold as well. For this. I'm tempted to get some more. It's 30 in a minute as well. He's dropping that support. Pick. 30. Let me one's here. Happens gold with a little bit of drawdown, still waiting on that. Just finish out at the bottom, look, and then you can go to the bars. Once you see the curl up on the RSI, there's all manipulation, remember. Love watching it in action. Spike recovery. Oh. Around that top. So 100 points, 10 pips each will get you about $. That's the one good thing, you don't need an awful lot of movement. And if you're just using a $3,000–4,000 account, that's easily achievable. The entry on the sell on US 30 as well. Wicked up, back down again. Then even waiting for the bars, you still follow the system, you can still get in there, get some green. By going red, it pushed down, remember the manipulations in the house. Gold were now in profit. See what profit. And the gold sell, first pair, oh we're green everywhere now. Yeah. Get that. Close that trade. Beautiful, beautiful. We just cleared 17 and 25 on gold. Another $70, and we just cleared 2 sells on that US 30. I got a 55, 5 and a 34. So another $120 on that re-entry on that sell. Even though I'm looking for buys, you know, I go with what's in front of my eye. Get ready. Guys on US 30. This is the one. They just don't do anything yet. That's it. They're invalid. Right, well. More sales on gold. Waiting. Wait for RSI to trigger out this 21 zone. Goes in, goes back in. If it comes out, goes back in, we'll go for more sales. You know, we're not silly. We'll go, we scalp what's in front of us, we'll go the direction. There's 30 here. I mean, that was, you know, how many people would trade that spike? And we did, and we won on it. You know what I mean? And then we're just waiting for this to finish before we get back in again. We back up the neutral. Once it breaks that, and then we're back up EP1 again. Again, we can adjust this now. Be back here. A spike. So great. Go second. Great manipulation. Love it. But uses better than expected. Don't think so, sir. Not for retail traders. But Bloomberg is still going on about, yeah, it being high, and it's what you gotta love about scalping. Where you've got to learn and understand how the market's all stacked against you. You've got to learn to roll with it. Take these moves. Get the trades in when deemed as fits. On my way. So just going to grab green on all these really. And we'll be done for the day. We're done. Wins on. Gold, check back in on gold. Just ranging has yet. Kind of break even on that trade at the moment. It's just going to clean the wick out and then push back up. The ideal scenario is this pattern for many times, and then back to our trend line and just clip our TP1. Yeah, strong possibility. Gold is now selling. He's just wicking down up. Handle. $68 points down to that TP line, so anyway. Kind of counter trend trading. Again, doesn't matter. Again, back in profit on the bar. US 30 just pulled up there a little bit. Gonna hold. There's no panicking. RSI is just curling. Look, I like to see that. Or just needs to break the average line. You see, breaks the average line, it's going down. Again, you just got to sit on your hands. I'll be scared by a bit of drawdown on parcel of trading. Pushing back nice on the buy. About $50 on the buy on US 30 at the moment. He's just rejecting. We'll see, coming out of that zone, push down again, push up. Holds pushing up, hiked up, oh heavy resistance. Another sell in there. At the top. 79. Back in again. Buying on US 30 is pretty good. Yeah. Oh, what a spike. Because green. Head right to that zone there. These trades dollars. Yeah, just close those. Just now it's going to range around on that zone a little bit. So Pretty fine. First 15 minutes full of manipulation. Just learn how to embrace it and trade it. Where you've got to do it. Okay, oh wow, yeah, we're back now on gold, and we're flying on gold. Got some sells on the top of that candle there. $100, $200 up at the moment. I'm just going to hold. Not going to close this too early. I'm going to get more buys on US 30, I think, as well. Yep. And just a quick break. Hold you back to our TP1. On gold, this is what we're looking at. That you could set. Look down that points of in profit. Rocking bits. My heavy resistance. Like to be 79, probably 78 would do. Scared of holding. Nice greens at the moment. Press 30. Yep. What I said it would do. We got out of those initial buys, took the profit here. Look, because at that level of resistance going to bounce back down, and then we'll be in for more buys. And then back off that wick, that's giving me, I'm well in green on these trades here, but I just a bit more. Close those now. Brilliant. What did we get? So the commission, we got 62, 60, 60 and 63, so that was another about $300. That. Although then just have to wait. That's it. In that one small loss. Every day was this. Some days better than others, that's the way you've got to see it, but it's been good. It's been a good week. Good fortnight actually. Sister, I say I expect this to pull back a bit more now, but that's perfect. yet. A full lot of trades today, so good day. Waiting for nothing else yet. Gold, it's going to drop, you know, you just got to hold and hang on that one. US 30, look, as I said, that rejects down. Roll it back down again, that's fine. And you're going to get this second leg. Capture that. One. Patient setup. So long. I was another 50. There you go, there you go. Down. 8. Another quick 50 on that. I've got no trades open on gold now. Hold, see if it clears this wick. Then look at that, if RSI goes red, you know what to do, you know what to do. All this zone to trade, look, easy money here. Look at that, beautiful, wow. US 30 will bounce in that direction. Hold, you're waiting for this. Right, well guys, I'll continue watching these trades and setups. We've done a couple of hours and that's been good. Like I said, I've blitzed, you know, been 39-40 trades there with the one loss, so that will do me, and I should just watch now and one-to-ones as I usually do around this time. Like I say, thanks for joining the live stream, and if anybody wants information on how to join the group, it's www.mohawkforex.com, or look in the description of the YouTube channel below, and obviously hit that like button, share and subscribe, tell people about how we trade, this system, you know, the Mohawk group, and you know, the mentorship and everything. All the information's there. Be nice to see a few more people join. It's a really nice group we've got, and we do regular Zoom calls, do regular one-to-ones where I can. So yeah, just if you want to join, just drop us a message. And thanks for joining the stream again. Obviously we're back tomorrow for our big event of the month, which is NFP, so we'll be live kind of half an hour or so before, so we can build up to it and have a look how we're going to trade it when it comes out, and also how then we trade the open, just the same as we did today. Same system, same format, choose the analysis, price action, and let's see if we can get some nice wins NFP and finish the trading week off really well. So until tomorrow, thanks again for joining the live stream, and trade safe. See you all later. Take care.